As you can see outside, it is a dry one. We still have sunshine, we have hot weather, even though we've recently had some rain as well. We are back together again. Did you miss me? That is my first question. Have you missed me? Well, I am back. Guess what? We are now broadcasting live on a rather nice day. We have 21 Celsius here in the birthplace of the English language. You know where it is. I know where it is. It's so good to be back. Of course, I am in England.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
We are back together again. It's so nice to see you here once more. Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you feeling happy? Do you have one of these lovely things on your face right now? I hope so, because we are back together again. Have you missed me? I suppose that should be the first question. Have you missed me? All those weeks without me here on Sunday? Well, I am back with you, and we are going to be with you. I will be with you and you will be with me. I hope you will be here with me every Sunday as well. Some slight differences. You might notice some slight changes to the studio. A different background, a different position. Unfortunately, it is the same old presenter, which of course is me. My name is Duncan. I love the English language, and I am so glad that you have joined me here today. It seems very strange because I haven't been doing this for a long time. The other strange thing is I'm in a different place, a different position. So all of my lovely equipment is in different places as well. So if I seem a little bit confused from time to time, that is the reason why. Anyway, enough of that. I suppose I should first of all explain what has been going on over the past few weeks whilst I've not been here. Well, first of all, I've not been very well. I have been suffering from something I haven't had for a long time, and that is a condition called asthma. A lot of people suffer from asthma during certain times of the year, and I've had it over the past few weeks. Now, I haven't been affected by asthma for many years. I think around about 9 years since I actually had asthma. So a few weeks ago, during the very hot weather here in England, I noticed that I was feeling unwell with the same symptoms. The symptoms. We often describe symptoms as the sign of something that is wrong or bad. The symptoms, the feelings, the things you are looking for to indicate what the problem actually is. So I decided to go to the doctor, and many years ago, can I just show you some of the medicine I used to take? First of all, this is something I used to take for my asthma. This is very old. This is the medication I used to take in China when I lived there. So this is really, really old. Nearly 20 years old, I think this is. I haven't taken it for many years. And then later, 9 years ago, I was taking this type of medicine using one of these things. So you just press the button and then you breathe in from the dust that comes out. You might call it an aerosol. Something I've been called quite a lot over the years. But now we are in 2026 And this is what I have now. This is amazing. So this is a brand new type of medicine for treating asthma. So now this is what I'm using, and it is amazing. It works very well. So for those who are wondering about my absence, that is the main reason why. And of course, in life, there are many things that happen, many problems that can come along. So that is one of the things. Of course, there were other things as well affecting different parts of my life that I won't tell you about, but everything is much better. Thank you very much for your lovely, kind messages. A lot of people saying, Mr. Duncan, we were worried about you. Well, I can tell you now that I'm feeling much better. Thank you very much. Talking of you, of course, we have the live chat. Don't forget, as usual, the live chat is here for you to get involved with this. So don't forget, you are more than welcome to get involved with the live stream. I will say hello to some of my lovely viewers in a moment. So if you want to say something, if you want to write something, please do it now. Can I say a big thank you, by the way, to Christina? Hello, Christina. I hope you're having a good day. Christina, once again, is on her travels, and this is a lovely postcard that she sent. And this is where she is at the moment, in a place called Chamonix. I'm sure I have mispronounced that, but it is a wonderful place, very high up in the mountains, and there you can see a lovely picture. Thank you, Christina, for your postcard. The strange thing is, these days, not many people send postcards. Here in the UK, people used to send postcards all the time, especially when they went to a coastal area, and they would stay there for maybe a week or 2 weeks, and then they would send postcards to their friends and family. Quite often they would write, "Wish you were here." The cliche. Quite often people would write on their postcard, "Wish you were here." I think that's a lovely, lovely sentiment as well. Hello to the live chat. Everything is far away and small. So if I look as if I'm having difficulty reading the live chat, it's because I am having difficulty reading the live chat. So nice to see everyone here. Oh, very interesting. For my big return. You know what? I feel as if I want to open a bottle of champagne. Unfortunately, I don't have any champagne nearby. However, I do have a bottle of Ribena. And this is a new bottle, unopened. And I don't know about you, but whenever you open a new bottle of Ribena, it always sounds as if you are opening champagne. So I will do that right now as a way of celebrating my return to YouTube live every Sunday from 2 p.m. UK time. Yes, I am back. It's time to celebrate. Here we go. Did you hear that? It sounds like champagne opening, but it isn't. Unfortunately, it is just a bottle of Ribena. That is all. No alcohol, of course, because I am a good Mr. Duncan. Congratulations, by the way, to Beatrice. You are first on today's live chat. Congratulations, Beatrice. You are first today. I hope you are having a good day where you are right now. Are you up in the mountains, Beatrice? Are you in the mountains? That is my big question. I'm slightly worried about my live stream at the moment. Something very strange has happened to my live stream. Is my live stream working? Can someone please tell me, just to make sure that I'm still on? I hope so. Because here, everything has frozen. Like that. Anyway, it looks as if we're okay. Good. I'm very glad about that. I got worried then for a second. The last thing I want today is any technical problems. Can I also say hello to Vitas? Hello to you. Thank you for joining me again. It has been a long time since I've been here. Also, Milad Javadi. Hello to you as well. We also have Maruzio. We also have Florence as well. Hello, Florence. Where are you watching at the moment? Are you in Florence? Because that would be amazing if you were in Florence and your name is Florence, I have to say. English with Fernanda. Hello to you. Thank you very much for joining me today. English with Fernanda. And yes, I am back with you. We are now live at 15 minutes past 2 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. We are coming towards the end of August, by the way. August is almost at an end. It's been a busy month, even though I've been unwell. However, I also had my birthday this month. On the 12th of August, I had my birthday, and Mr. Steve bought me a lovely gift. Would you like to see what Mr. Steve gave to me? Here it is. So this is a new camera for my filming. A very small camera. This is something that was, I think it only came out this year, earlier this year. It's a small pocket camera, and there it is. There is the actual camera. And I have to say, I have been using it for some of my new lessons, and it is rather amazing. So thank you very much, Mr. Steve, for my lovely new camera. Isn't that great? I have to say, I really do like it. Is it okay if I take a video of you? Is it okay? Is it all right? You don't mind, do you? Because you have to be so careful these days. A lot of people become upset if you come near them with a camera. So you do have to be careful. And the other thing, of course, at the moment that people are talking about are the Meta glasses, which have cameras built into them. Now, I don't have one of those. I don't have a Meta camera built into my glasses. However, I do have one of these. It is a wonderful little device, and yes, it does work very well. So thank you once again, Mr. Steve. Thank you, Mr. Steve, for presenting me such a lovely gift. Very nice. And yes, my birthday was also good. I had a nice time and everything went rather well. I don't know why, but my phone keeps shutting down, and I don't know why. I'm getting a little bit worried about my phone. I'm trying to watch my live stream on my phone, but unfortunately, and I don't know why, my phone keeps shutting down. Of course, my phone is old, and that might be the reason for it. Hello also Palmyra. Hello also to, oh yes, he is here. The one, the only, Luis Mendez is here today. Hello, Luis. Nice to see you back with us. Rosa is here as well. It does feel as if we are having some sort of reunion. We are all reunited together So I have to say, it is nice to be back after all these weeks being away from you. It's lovely to be back. We have a lot of things to talk about today. We have, of course, the mystery object coming up soon. We also have today's big subject. We are talking about attention. Words and phrases connected to attention. Giving attention. Receiving attention. We will be talking all about that today. Also, Mr. Steve has been busy in the kitchen. He has been doing some baking. We will be taking a look at that in a few moments from now as well. So a lot of things to look at and talk about on today's English Addict, because we are back together. I have to say, can I just say, it feels very strange being back here. It does feel very strange because last week I was outside walking around enjoying the sunshine, and today I'm back in the studio. Here is an interesting word. I'm going to have to try and sort my phone out in a minute because something very strange is happening to it. It keeps turning off. Why do you keep switching off? Do I have to close you down? Do I have to shut you off? Why are you making my life a misery? Please don't do that. Not today. Any other day you could do it. But please, not today. Please, no. No, don't. No, I'm not interested in using AI. Definitely not. It's going to be a strange one. You know, I love English phrases. Here is an English phrase that we often use when we are talking about a certain type of question. Maybe a question that is important or crucial. The phrase is $1 million question. Has anyone ever asked you to answer or to give a solution to a problem? They might describe it as $1 million question. So this is a phrase we often use in English when we are talking about something that has been asked or a problem that has to be solved. A question that is hard to answer can be described as $1 million question. So it is purely figurative. In other words, it is not real. It is not literal. You will not win $1 million. However, it is a way of expressing a question that is hard to answer. You might ask someone a crucial question. When we describe something as crucial, we mean something of great importance, something that must be done or answered accurately. You ask a crucial question. You ask someone the $1 million question. Sometimes people say the $10 million question. The $1 million answer, the $1 million answer might present consequences. So the reply or the answer to a crucial question might also cause problems afterwards. So even if you have the solution or the answer, there still may be problems afterwards. It is the phrase $1 million question. It might also be an impossible question to answer. Sometimes a person might ask a question that is impossible to answer. We might describe that as the $1 million question because it is something that is very difficult to answer. For example, there is a good question. Where does our tax go? You might ask your friend. You might be having a conversation about having to pay tax. You might say, where does our tax go? All of the money we pay the government every year. And your friend might reply with, Yes, that's the $1,000,000 question, because it is a hard question to answer. Many people don't really know where our tax money goes to. Sometimes it goes into a certain thing that we are not happy about. Sometimes we don't know where it goes at all. So you might describe that question as a $1,000,000 question. Or, here's a good one, a little bit topical, I know. When will this war end? And it could be any war happening in the world. A person might ask, when will this war end? And your friend might respond with, yes, that is the $1,000,000 question, because you don't really know what the answer is. It is a hard question to actually answer. Asking a question with a hard-to-reach answer can be described as the $1,000,000 question. That is the $1,000,000 question. It is a question that is not easy to answer. It might be an everyday answer that you are looking for to a certain thing or problem. But when that answer is hard to reach, we will describe it as a $1,000,000 question. Have you ever heard of that particular phrase? It is an interesting phrase indeed. I think so. The $64,000 question can also be used. Yes, Lewis, you are right. The $64,000 question, of course, refers to a game show that was on TV. I don't think it's on anymore, but it used to be on many years ago. But yes, you are right, Lewis. You can also say the $64,000 question. Whatever the amount of money is, it is always the same thing. It is a question that is hard to answer, something that is difficult to respond to, because to be honest, you don't know what the answer is. I will take a quick break and I will allow you to have a break as well, and then we will be back. I'm going to show you a short video of my trip that I took earlier this year, way back in April. Do you remember when I went across Wales to a place called Anglesey? And there it was, my lovely trip that I took earlier this year to a place called Anglesey.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
We are back together again. Oh my goodness, it is so wonderful to be back here live. After my drama with my health, for those who know the story, I did tell you earlier briefly about my little drama, something that I used to suffer from many years ago, but now I am taking my lovely medicine for it and I feel much better. Thank you very much. The other thing I suppose I should mention is the crazy weather we've had during August. It has been incredibly hot. I think the highest temperature here in the UK was nearly 39 Celsius, which is very hot when you think about it. And because of that, all of the grass, all of the landscape has become dry and brown. In fact, we will look out the window now. Here it is. So this is the view looking outside right now. And if you look into the distance, you can see all the grass has, well, it looks as if it's burnt. It looks as if we're staring at the desert, but we're not. Fortunately, the trees have survived quite well, but the grass, unfortunately, has not enjoyed the hot weather that we've been having over the past few weeks, and it has been really hot. Some people might say too hot. Fortunately, here in the house, we have a little air conditioning unit upstairs to keep upstairs in the house nice and cool. And apparently a lot of people now are buying them. Apparently, if you want to try and buy an air conditioning unit for your house here in England, apparently you can't get them because everyone wants to have one put in to their house. So it is something that might surprise many of you that we don't actually have air conditioning in the houses here in England. Fortunately, we had one put in earlier this year, so everything is now all right. Fortunately. I don't know what's happening to my phone today. It is doing some very strange things. I just hope it doesn't break. That's all I have to say about that. Mr. Steve was in the kitchen yesterday doing some cooking. Would you like to see what Steve was doing? I thought he did a very good job of doing this. But what do you think? So here is Steve in the kitchen making some madeleines. If you've never seen madeleines before, they are a type of butter cake. And this particular type is made in France. So this is a French recipe. French butter cakes, otherwise known as madeleines. So madeleines are small sponge cakes made of eggs and lots of butter. So all I can say is if you are having a diet, if you are trying to lose weight, then these particular cakes are not the sort of thing you should be eating. So what Steve is doing, he has made the mix and now he is putting it into small molds. And then of course he will put it in the oven for around about 9 minutes. And hopefully when they come out of the oven, everything should be looking rather nice. They should look like cakes, hopefully. So this is the second time that Steve has made madeleines. The first ones, unfortunately, were a little burnt. So hopefully these will turn out better than the other ones. So we will see what happens as Mr. Steve wearing his new... Do you like Mr. Steve's flip-flops on his feet? Aren't they lovely? I bought those for him last week. So the Madeleines go into the oven where they will stay for around 9 minutes. So let's see what we have. Oh, look at that. Mr. Steve. I have to say, they look much better than last week when you made them, because last week they were a little bit burnt. Isn't that great? Wow, look at that. Now they look rather nice, a little too large. I think Mr. Steve put too much of the mix into the moulds. So they are slightly too large, but I have to say they still look very nice. They are sweet cakes, very sweet. So if you do enjoy eating sweet things, then this is definitely the cake for you. They are called Madeleines. You can also buy them ready-made as well. So you don't have to make them yourself. You can also buy them made already, maybe in a cake shop, or of course in the supermarket as well. So that was Mr. Steve in the kitchen. And guess what? Here they are. Here are the Madeleines that Mr. Steve made the other night. The only problem with these is once you have made them, you have to eat them very quickly because they will go bad very quickly. So I'm going to try one and give you a live taste test right now. Let's see what happens. Oh, very nice. So there it is. There is one of Mr. Steve's Madeleines. I will have a little bit. I will try some. Spongy. They are very spongy, very soft and spongy. And sweet as well. Apparently, one of the worst things you can do during a live stream is eat food. So if you are offended by this, oh my goodness. Amazing. Well done, Mr. Steve. You have made some lovely French Madeleines. What a lovely place. That is the town that is quite close to where I live, a place called Shrewsbury. A lovely, scenic, medieval town. And I hope you enjoyed that. I was able to refresh my mouth with some water. Well done, Mr. Steve. By the way, if you want to have a look at the recipe, there are many recipes for madeleines actually on the internet, so you can find the information quite easily on the internet. Very simple mixture of butter, eggs, flour, water, and that's it really. And you only bake them for a very short period of time. They will bake quickly, so you do have to be careful with how long you actually bake them for. Anyway, enough of that, because we have something more important to talk about now, because it's time to take a look at today's mystery object.
What is the object? Do you know what it could be? Do you know what is the object? Have a guess and we will see. Have a guess and we will see.
We will see what the object is, and we will take a close look at something we might see often around, and that is what we are going to do right now here on English Addict.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
We are having fun today. I'm having some fun with my technology because my phone, I don't know why, but my phone is being rather annoying. In fact, I'm going to have a look at it now. I'm sure a lot of people will sympathize with my slight problem. Let's have a look. Let's see if it works this time. Come on. I need to stay in touch with my lovely viewers. Don't let me down. Ah, that's better. Okay. It looks as if we're back now on my phone. Okay. All right. Be awkward. If you want to be awkward, it's okay. I don't mind. My phone is being very awkward, but I can assure you it has nothing to do with me. It is nothing that I am doing wrong, which makes a nice change. Here we go then, today's mystery object. Come on everyone, take a look at today's mystery object. It is something that we see quite often. Maybe you have your own word for it in your language, but in English, how you describe this might be very different indeed. There it is, today's mystery object. But what is it? It's on the screen right now. I will give you a clue. It is something I use quite often. It is something I use, in fact, at least twice a week. But what is it called? What is the name of this particular thing in English? And the reason why I like to do this is sometimes you might have an object or something you use in your life. However, you don't know what the word is or how to describe it in English. So I always think this is a very good way of expanding your word power, and at the same time you will also learn some interesting words as well. Francesca says it is a drying rack. That is a very good answer. It is something much larger than that. So often you have very small places or small things that you can hang your washing on so it will dry out. But this is something much longer, or larger, should I say. It is also a very useful thing as well. So after I give you the answer, I will actually show you a video of me using it as well. Clothes dryer hanger. Interesting. So there are some answers coming through. They are answers that are showing the purpose, which is for hanging clothes out when they are wet. But this is a little bit different. This particular thing is slightly different. So this is a different type of hanging device for putting your clothes out when you want to dry them. Clothes hanger. English with teacher Fernanda says, is it a clothes line or is it a clothes rack? Well, this particular object has a more interesting name because it describes how it works. So this is an interesting type of dryer because it does something unusual, especially when it is windy. I will give you the answer. So this is what I am showing you today. This thing is called a rotary clothes dryer. Rotary clothes dryer. So that is normally how we describe this particular type of clothes line. And many people have one of these in their garden. Instead of having their clothes hung up on one single line going across the garden, instead they use one of these. And this is something that is very useful indeed for one particular reason. A rotary clothes dryer is an apparatus of radiating spokes that support lines on which clothes are hung to dry. So you hang your clothes out on one of these. But it has a little secret. It has something that it likes to do. It likes to spin around, especially when the wind is blowing. So this is not just a thing for hanging your clothes on. It is also something you can use when you want to dry your clothes quickly. If you are hanging your washing out on a hot day, maybe there is a nice breeze in the air, and as the wind blows, the line will turn around. It will slowly rotate. And that is the reason why it is referred to as a rotary clothesline. The line rotates in the breeze, which helps the washing to dry. And quite often it will dry faster and more evenly. So if you want to make sure that your clothes are dry quickly, then that is the thing you use. Would you like to see me in the garden using one of these? Okay. So this is me doing my chores. As you know, I hate so much doing chores. I really do. I don't like doing chores at all. So I'm bringing my washing in. I'm taking it off the line. So now my clothes are dry, but you can see there the wonderful thing about the rotary clothes dryer is that you can turn it round. It moves, it rotates, and it does help your clothes dry much faster. So this was me last week. If anyone wonders what I do when I'm not teaching English, quite often I'm doing my chores. And if you've ever seen any of my video lessons, you will know that I hate doing chores so much. So there I am in the garden. Beatrice says we call it a carousel dryer. Yes, I can understand why you would do that, because it goes round. It spins slowly round, like a carousel. You can even fold it away. It will fold away quite nicely, and then you can put it back up like that. So it is possible to use this conveniently, and also you can move it away as well. You can take it away as well, which makes it much more convenient to use. So you don't have to have one of these in your garden all the time. You can actually fold it away and take it from the garden, so you can enjoy your lovely views. So there it was. Today's mystery object. Today's object, the rotary clothes dryer. And that, as they say, is that. So what about you? How do you dry your clothes? Some people, of course, have a nice piece of equipment called a tumble dryer. So they can put their wet washing in the tumble dryer, and then it will spin around, it will heat up, and the clothes will slowly dry out. And I have to say, they are wonderful pieces of equipment. Unfortunately, we don't have one of those here. We don't have one, so we do it the old-fashioned way. We do it how they used to hang their washing out 100 years ago. We just take it outside and hang it up. Claudia is here. Can you believe it? Claudia is now hanging her washing on the clothesline right now. We are having a lovely sunny day here in Buenos Aires. I'm very glad to hear it. But I suppose the big question for Claudia is, what are you cooking today? Do you have something in your pot?
What's cooking, Claudia? What have you got in your pot? What's cooking, Claudia? Is it something spicy and hot? Is it something salty or not? Oh, Claudia, what is in your pot?
What is in your pot today, Claudia? Please let me know on the live chat. Thank you very much. What did we have last night? We had chili con carne last night, made with minced beef, carrots, and we had some lovely broccoli and mashed potatoes with it as well. Some people don't like to have mashed potatoes with chili con carne. A lot of people prefer to have rice instead. Apparently, Claudia is making a cake. So you are also doing some baking, like Mr. Steve was. I am baking a chocolate cake to take to my brother. All I can say is your brother is very lucky indeed. It is 4 minutes away from 3 o'clock. We are coming up to 3 o'clock, and this is English Addict. I am back with you. Can you believe it? Back with you live every Sunday from 2 p.m. UK time, and I have to say it is lovely to be back with you today. We have the mystery idioms coming up a little bit later on. We have lots of things to talk about today, a very busy one, and yes, I am back with you. I have returned to the YouTube airwaves. It's lovely to be back with you on this Sunday, the 23rd of August. So this actually, can you believe it? This is the first live stream that I've done in August. So it is nice to be back with you once again. Mr. Steve is someone who likes to take care of their money. If Steve can save money in any area, he will always do it, whatever it takes. So a couple of days ago, Steve had something put in the house, something installed. If you install something, it means you put it in. You connect something up. You put it in. You install something. So Mr. Steve has had one of these put into the house. This is called a smart meter. Now I'm wondering, because I'm always nosy, I'm always interested to find out what happens in your life. Do you have a smart meter? So what this does, it works digitally. It is able to record the amount of electricity you are using, but it is also able to show you exactly how much electricity you are using during the day and how much the electricity costs as well. So this particular thing is something a lot of people are having put in to their houses. A very special piece of equipment. And of course, this will then connect you directly to the electricity company. So they can also see how much electricity you are using, and then they can send you the bill. So if you look very closely on the left, you can see that the price that we are paying for the electricity is around about 9 pence. 9 pennies! My goodness, that's quite cheap. And one of the wonderful things about this type of device is you can also save electricity as well. If you think you are using too much electricity, then you can turn some of the things off in your house. So then you can save electricity. So your electricity bill won't be so high. But what about you? Do you have this type of device in your country? So I think the reason why a lot of people are having this is so they can be more aware of the amount of electricity they use during the day. So I think that's the main reason. And hopefully also they can cut the cost of their electricity as well. So you can imagine just how happy Steve is right now, because he always likes to save money wherever. Whenever we go to the supermarket, Mr. Steve always checks to make sure all of the discounts have been added to his loyalty card. So these days, if you go to the supermarket, quite often you can have a special card with you. And this will allow you to have some reductions in the cost of the things you are buying. Very useful. But I've noticed with Steve, he always checks afterwards. He always has a look at the receipt to make sure all of the discounts have been added to his bill. I'm not saying that Mr. Steve is tight-fisted. I'm not saying that. I would never, ever say that. But let's just say sometimes Mr. Steve is very careful with how much money he spends, especially on things like electricity and other things as well. Some people might say he's too careful. Some people might say he is a miser. I wouldn't say that. Of course I wouldn't. I would never say that about Mr. Steve. But sometimes he does. He does become a little bit too obsessed with how much money he's spending. We'll be back in a moment with today's big subject, which is attention. Pay attention to this lesson. There are lots of things for you to learn today.
I'm a big boy now.
English Addict is back with you. Yes, we are back as live can be.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
We are having fun today. Sunday is a fun day. It's time to improve your English listening skills live. The live chat is busy today. We have a lot of people. Can I say hello to Huma Maheen? Hello, Huma Maheen. It's nice to see you here today. Palmyra writes to say, yesterday in the Baltic states, in Latvia and Lithuania, there was a very big storm and many citizens were left without electricity. There were fallen trees and lots of damage was done by the storms. Well, that is the problem. We are so used to having these things, especially electricity, because this happened the other day as well here. So when they were connecting the smart meter to the house, they had to turn the electricity off in the house. So I couldn't use my computer, I couldn't use anything, unfortunately. So I had to wait for the electricity to come back on. But it is true, you are right. Something like electricity, when it goes, when it stops, when you lose it, it is literally life-changing because suddenly you can't do anything. We rely so much on electricity that when it stops working, well, you can't do anything because we rely on it so much, especially if you have internet connection in your house or Wi-Fi in your house. So the electricity goes and you lose all of the connections to the internet. Not very nice at all. Anyway, I hope you're okay. Okay, please stay safe wherever you are watching in the world. Please stay safe. Palmyra, it's lovely to have you here anyway. Safe and sound, hopefully. Here we go then, we have today's big subject. We are looking at a word that, well, a lot of people are talking about this particular word right now, especially when we are talking about spending time doing certain things. Today's word that I'm going to look at is attention. The word attention. There are many ways of using this particular word, and we are going to look at those ways right now. The word attention is a noun that names observance or concentration of a certain thing using the mind. So you are thinking about something whilst observing. That thing has your attention. You are looking at that thing. You are watching. You are listening. You are concentrating on that thing. So we might also describe it as a type of observance as well. Observance or concentration. You are putting all of your mind power into concentrating on one particular thing using your brain. You give your attention. So there are many ways of expressing the way in which attention is given. You give attention to someone. You pay attention. If you pay attention, we are saying that you are observing closely. You are looking closely. You are listening closely to what is being said. You are watching what is happening. You pay attention. You look carefully at something. Attention is being given. So when we give attention, we can say that it is being given. The students in the classroom might be giving attention to the teacher. They pay attention to the teacher in the classroom. The level of attention, of course, can vary. Sometimes there is a lot of attention, and sometimes maybe there isn't much attention at all. We can also use the word close. You pay close attention to something. You look carefully at it. You look closely at something. You might give something immediate attention, straight away, without hesitating. You give your attention quickly. Immediate attention. So when you give immediate attention, it means you are attending to something quickly, fast. Maybe if there is an accident, the ambulance will come and give immediate attention. To take care, to look after, to become involved in something is to give attention. Then, of course, we can have short attention and also long attention as well. We will look at that later on. You can show attention or not show it. So it is possible to give attention or even not give attention. Maybe you are looking somewhere else. Maybe you are thinking about other things. You can give attention or not give attention. It is something that can be given or not given. To give one's attention is to be attentive. So here is an interesting word, the word attentive. You are showing care. You are giving close attention. It is attentive. Attentive is the adjective that describes a person giving their close attention. They are watching carefully. They are looking closely. They are giving attention. You might want or demand someone's attention. Maybe a person is not giving you attention and you want it. Over here, hello, hi, please look at me, please give me attention. You might want or demand someone's attention. You might get angry with a person if they are not giving you attention. Hey, I'm over here. Look at me. Give me some attention, please. Full attention is needed for a certain reason. Maybe there is something you are doing and you have to give close attention to that thing. Maybe there is something you are doing. Maybe there is something you are having to do, and you must give close attention to it. A person might do something for attention. So that person is trying to get attention from someone else. They are trying their best to get attention. And this does happen sometimes. Maybe a person who feels as if they are ignored and left out. They might feel as if they need more attention. We can describe this person as an attention seeker, a person who wants others to notice them. Please, look at me. Look at me. And sometimes if a person doesn't look at you, you have to get their attention. You do something that will get you noticed in some way. They want to get attention. Attention seekers will often try to be noticed by doing something loud or annoying. A person who is an attention seeker might be annoying. They might be irritating. If you notice now on social media, there are many people who go around trying to get other people's attention by doing something annoying. It has become a big craze now on the internet. A lot of people trying to get attention. But of course, it can be rather annoying. Some people are very good at giving their attention to things. So if you are doing something you have to pay attention to, a lot of people are very good at doing that. They have to concentrate on one particular thing. They must give their full attention to something. That person can concentrate well on one thing for a long time. It's not easy to do. To be present and attentive to one particular thing whilst talking, conversing, reading, listening, watching, observing, and of course, learning. All of these things require attention. You have to study, you have to learn, and quite often you must listen, you must look, and of course you must concentrate. In fact, I would say that is one of the secrets of learning anything that you want to learn, anything that you want to know something about. Concentration is something that you must have. We use the word concentrate to describe the action of giving attention to a certain thing. For example, this lady here is reading a book. She is giving the book her full attention, complete attention. We can describe a person's ability to concentrate as their attention span. So we talk about a person's attention span. Are they able to look at something and concentrate, or do they become distracted or bored by it? Maybe right now there are people doing that in front of their computer screens. I don't know, because I'm not there. The attention span of a person relates to how long they can concentrate on one thing. These days it would appear that people find it more difficult to pay attention for long periods of time because they have a short attention span. When we talk about short attention span, we are saying that that person cannot concentrate for a long period of time without becoming distracted. Something else distracts them. Maybe they are trying to study for their exams. You have an exam coming up and you are studying, but then you want to go outside and enjoy the sunshine. Or maybe you want to telephone your friend to catch up with them and all of their gossip. Suddenly your attention span has stopped. It is short. So there are some people who have short attention spans. They are not able to concentrate on one thing. For very long. They are easily distracted, or they become bored easily. So this is something I often hear when people are talking about learning things. You learn things, you have to study things, you have to concentrate whilst doing it. However, a lot of people feel as if studying or learning is boring. And a person might also become distracted, as I said a few moments ago. Or, of course, like these lovely people here, they might become bored with it. A lot of people are asking, what are you doing? I am live streaming right now on the internet. Isn't it amazing? Maybe you can improve your attention span. The word attention can be used as a way of alerting people, to give people some warning about a certain thing. Maybe there is a storm coming. Maybe there is something other people should be aware of. You might tell them. You might say, attention, please. Or maybe you say, please give your attention. Attention. You are about to say something that is very important. I have something to say that's very important. It's nice to be back, and guess what? I will be back with you next Sunday as well, from 2 p.m. UK time. But don't worry, I'm not going just yet. If you are worried about me going, I'm not going just yet, so don't panic. Hello to Life Beauty Bits. Hello, Life Beauty Bits. It's nice to have you here today. Sometimes when I have too many things, I find it hard to concentrate. I have a short attention span, says Marcia. Can I just tell you something? I think these days, because we live in a world where so many things are happening, especially when it comes to events, maybe events in your country or around the world, there are so many things, so much information that we have to absorb every single day. And I think more and more people are developing short attention spans because of that. They just can't take all of the information. They can't absorb everything that is happening around them. And I suppose I should also say that the internet as well, maybe the internet is also the cause of many people having short attention spans. I'm sure you have spent at some point during the day, maybe an hour or a couple of hours, maybe 2, 3, 4 hours, just looking at your phone, scrolling, looking at the videos on TikTok or on Twitter. I know it's called X, but I still call it Twitter. Or maybe here on YouTube. Perhaps you are scrolling through my video lessons, in which case that's okay, because it's not a bad thing. It will help you learn English. Yes, I think it's true. A lot of people these days do have short attention spans because there are so many distractions, so many things around the world that are happening. The news is always telling you that there is something else that you should know about. And I have to say, it does become rather confusing. In fact, these days I often ignore or avoid the news completely. So that was today's big subject, attention. You give attention, you can also receive attention as well. You can see something or observe something, and of course other people also will observe you. They give you attention and you receive attention. So you might describe attention as something that is two-way. It goes that way And that way you can give attention, you can receive attention. We are moving on to something interesting because I know a lot of people have missed this. Many of you have said, Mr. Duncan, we really do miss the picture idiom. So before I finish today's live stream, we are going to have a couple of mystery idioms. Mystery idioms. All you have to do, well, first of all, I will show you a picture, and the picture will describe or demonstrate a well-known phrase in the English language, and all you have to do is tell me what it is. A well-known idiom, a well-known expression that we use in English. And even if you don't know what it is, it doesn't matter, because I will give you the answer. So here is today's first mystery picture idiom. Bing! Ah, okay. What do we have here? We have a lady, although the lady in this picture is not important. What is important is what she is doing. She is doing a particular thing. So this is a well-known expression in the English language, and we use it quite often, especially when we are paying for something. So that is a clue, by the way. That is a clue. It is a well-known expression. We use it in English, and quite often when you are paying for something. That is my clue to today's first mystery idiom. To swim against the current. Thank you, Marcia. Well, actually, that is a very good expression. To swim against the current is to do the opposite to what everyone else is doing. To go against the trend. To swim or push against the current. But this is not that particular phrase. This is something else. This is another phrase that we often use in English. Do you know what? I've just realized something. When I was in London meeting up with some of my lovely English addicts, I gave some gifts. That's all I'm saying. Beatrice, thank you for your answer. Also Vitas as well. Francesca is also on here with an answer. Interesting. I'm now thinking about something that I did, you see. I did something in London. I gave gifts to some of my viewers. And that particular gift might be something that would help you guess this. Anyway, I will give you the answer. This is the first one. I think I have time for one more. So there will be another mystery picture idiom in a few moments from now. I wish I knew what was happening to my phone. It is doing some very strange things today. Thank you also, Life Beauty Bits, for your guess as well. Here it is then. Here is the answer. Bing! Where is it? Come on the screen. Don't keep me waiting. Push the boat out. For those who were guessing, you may or may not be correct. But I do have a feeling that Beatrice will be correct. I'm not saying why. But it might have something to do with the gift that I gave to you. A book all about idioms and expressions, maybe. I don't know, maybe that book will give you some answers or some help. We will see. But what does it mean? What does it mean when you push the boat out? Well, I will tell you, to spend a lot of money on something special. If you spend a lot of money on something very special, maybe your daughter is getting married, so you decide to spend a lot of money on the wedding and the party afterwards. So we might say that you push the boat out. To spend a lot of money on something special means quite often you will push the boat out. Extravagant spending. To spend your money on one particular thing extravagantly. You spend a lot of money on something. We can say that you push the boat out. So that is today's first mystery idiom. And I think we have time for one more. Yes, we will have one more. Because, of course, today is my return. After nearly 6 weeks, I think it must be around 6 weeks since I last did a live stream. But it's lovely to be back. 100% healthy as well. Here it is. Here's today's second and final mystery idiom. Are you ready? Bing! There it is. Quite often I will say what you see. Just say what you see on the screen. So what is happening there? What is happening in that picture? And that will be the clue for today's second mystery idiom. But what is it? What is it? It is an expression we use quite often when you have to do something that you don't want to do. Maybe you are chosen to do it. Maybe someone asks you to do it. Maybe you have no choice. Maybe it is something you have to do. We will use this expression. Beatrice says, Mr. Duncan, I do not have the book with me. It is in the other room. I remember that you explained this idiom at other times. Okay. I am wrong. So all I can say is, Beatrice, well done for remembering that particular one. Push the boat out. Apparently, to throw the house out of the window is what people say in Spanish. So when you are talking in Spanish or using Spanish as an idiom, you will say, throw the house out of the window if you are spending a lot of money on something. Ah, very interesting. We have some answers coming through now. Some interesting answers from one or two of you. Thank you very much for getting involved. You know, I do appreciate your company every Sunday. Even though I haven't been here for a long time, but it is nice to be back. Oh, by the way, I hope you enjoy the new background as well. So everything here is now looking different. So I hope you like this because it is different from how it was before. Ah, yes. Do you know what, Beatrice? You can go and look at the book if you want. You are allowed to. So today's mystery idiom, this is the second one. Something you don't want to do. Maybe you are selected to do something, but you don't want to do it. Something you really don't want to do. But someone asks you to do it. You have to do it. You are chosen. You are selected to do that particular thing. Interesting. We have a couple of answers. Well done. Here is the answer right now on the screen. So this is an expression we often use in English when we are chosen or selected to do something that we don't want to do. The expression is ding, draw the short straw. Well done, Francesca and Inaki. You got it right. To draw the short straw is a phrase we often use. Being chosen for an unpleasant task, or maybe a bad outcome by chance. Something that you are selected to do that you don't really want to do. Maybe it is something really unpleasant and horrible that other people don't want to do. So you are selected. You draw the short straw. And that is how we use it. Yes. Have you noticed how easy it is when you know the answer? It's always easy when you know the answer. A person might have to do something they don't want to do. Maybe if you are in a group of people, sometimes you have to select one person. You will have to choose one person to do that thing. And that is why we have the expression draw the short straw, because that is how you choose the person who will do it. Palmyra is going. Guess what? So am I. I also will be going in a moment. I hope you've enjoyed today's live stream. It is so nice to be back. It feels strange. I will be honest with you. I can't pretend that it doesn't feel strange, because it does feel very weird being back here on Sunday. But I hope you have enjoyed it. Don't forget also, if you want, can you please subscribe to my YouTube channel? If you want to follow me, you are more than welcome to do so. And of course, give me a lovely like as well to show you care underneath this video. It will be available later. You can watch this all over again if there are any parts that you missed. And of course, there will be captions later on as well. So you can watch this again later with captions in your own language later on. Thank you very much for your company. I hope you've enjoyed the return of English Addict, and I hope it has been an enjoyable experience. I will see you later. Take care of yourselves, and I suppose I should also say what I always say is stay happy, stay safe, keep that smile upon your face as you walk amongst the human race. And I will see you next Sunday from 2 p.m. UK time. And of course, until the next time we meet here, you know what's coming next. It's nice to be back. Ta-ta for now.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun. It's time to say goodbye to Duncan and all the lovely words and phrases of the English language. Join with Mr. Duncan on the live